All right, guys. Thank you for joining me as per usual. Buy the book. There was no way you got a 5 by 5 before I even popped up on the screen. Nonetheless, thank you for the 5 by 5. Prep to Adapt, JD, Joe, thank you for the 5 by 5. Flown Grown, Dobie, Elaine, thank you for the 5 by 5. Whistle, thank you. Raccoon Eyes, thank you for the 5 by 5. Let's Go, another friend, Carabine, thank you for the 5 by 5. Mr. Groundhog, you have been gone. Thank you for joining us. Ozark Negro, like that one. Lisa, Master Blaster, thank you for the 5 by 5. Evolve Media, appreciate it. Firefly, thank you for being here. Angelwood, ANU, thank you for the 5 by 5. Grit and Grace, Bush Pig, Dan Phillips, thank you for the 5 by 5. Evolve Media, Maria, Pax, Groundhog, NJ Prepper, or New Jersey Prepper, thank you for the 5 by 5. One Shot, One Kill. Judith, What's Going On Melody, 1 Second After. Colt, thank you for 5 by 5. Brian, Prep Revelator, thank you for the donut by donut. Joy, Beef and Chicken, Monty, Mr. Landfill, Keeble, Mr. T, thank you for the 5 by 5. Adam, Christian, Dan S, thank you for the 5 by 5. Nancy, Short Dog, Freddie Gill, sounds like Johnny Gill, thank you for the 5 by 5. Roadrunner, Somebody's Studio, thank you for the Psycho, thank you for the 5 by 5, appreciate it. All right, so this, how do we say this? This lunacy that's we're watching unfold, guys. We're watching a lot of things unfold in regards to depopulation, and not saying that this kid that just passed away, this kid, the baseball player, Gardner's kid, that was asphyxiation. Not saying that, but that brought up looking at everything a lot closely. Betty says, the last time I ate Hostess donuts, I got sick. So, before we get into that, we're watching a lot of people just, right, not wake up. There's got to be something in the food that they are processing faster. And listen, you can't tell me, guys, that cutting corners for the almighty dollar is your solution. It can't be. It really can't be. Bad Granny, thank you for the 5 by 5. It really can't be. You can't have that as a solution. It doesn't make sense. In-N-Out burgers, for example, right? When I went in Vegas, right? So the kids and I went, and we ate their fries. We had their burgers, and their burgers seemed off, by the way. Let me start out with that. They normally patty the burgers in front of you. Now, keep in mind, this In-N-Out was in the heart of Vegas. It was at the Lynx Hotel. Not part of the, I think, maybe it was part of the Lynx Hotel. Nonetheless, it was crowded. There was a lot of people there. So there's a high turnover, right? They got to turn the food out. I get it. So they had to cut corners with that In-N-Out because the food was moving way too fast for my liking. Like when I got there and I ordered, and this is the second time I ate there, I had my eyes open a little more because they were turning the food out like fucking fast. It was like bing, bing, bing. Like they were just throwing the orders at people as you ordered it. They threw it at you. And I'm like, that's kind of fast for pattying burgers and putting them on the grill. No, Judith, not lab-grown meat. But they looked like they were already pattied and frozen. So there was a different taste there, and I didn't like it. So I said, I'm never going back to that In-N-Out. I'm going to try, or the kids and I are going to try another In-N-Out somewhere out in the Southwest and see if there's a huge difference. But I noticed the difference in the burger. And then we had the fries. And here comes the fucking fries, and it's fried bullshit with the fucking way it tastes. It tasted like sandpaper. That's the best way I can explain it. It tasted like sandpaper. I'm like, what is this fucking shit? I was completely disgusted with In-N-Out. Completely disgusted. Now, supposedly there's an interview, and this was the ex-wife was telling me. They did an interview. They did an interview, and they said that the fries were processed. Like they were, they were already made up of some shit like that. And Miss Jen said, I found y'all finally. Yeah, we're hiding over here in the Angry Truth channel. But They did process the fries. So the fries I get, but the fries tasted like shit. I've never tasted anything like that. It was like sandpaper, man. I'm like, I could have fucking buffed wood with that shit. It was so disgusting. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? So groundhog, the chicken box was good. The one with the chicken leg hanging out, it was good, but it wasn't the best spot. It definitely was. I would definitely go back to it, but there are a couple other spots in the city that are like fucking flawless. But I wanted to start doing that, traveling to different places and then talking about it either on here or on the Angry Prepper Fitness channel. I'm not going to develop another channel on food, but I wanted to talk about the Angry Fitness channel. Obviously, doing videos and shit based on how good and how natural it is. Because there are a lot of places coming out with natural foods. And so I definitely want to do a video pertaining to that. But again, that's on the Angry Prepper Fitness channel. There's a lot of spots opening up that are just like they're doing everything from scratch. Whether that's frying your potatoes or baking them or frying your chicken or whatever it is. There's a lot of good places here in the city that are doing it from scratch. These places like McDonald's, In-N-Out, Burger King, Wendy's, they're not going to put themselves in the grave. I wish they would, but they're not. They can't. Why? Because their food is cheap. Their food is phenomenally cheap. Whereas the other places, like the chicken spot with the leg hanging out, that's expensive. They charge a lot. There's a place around where the kids live, Harlem Biscuit Company, something like that. Very good fucking food. They make their own sausage patties and sausage links. That's a good spot, and I would absolutely go there anytime I pass by it. I'm looking for more natural shit because whatever they're putting in the food, guys, I think it's also designing itself to screw us over. There has been an explosion of a lot of medical things going on. And I could all but lay it at the feet of the arm ticket because it has to be it. We've never seen this problem before. Never in a million years have we seen this kind of a problem. The problem we're seeing today, guys, is out of control. It is undoubtedly being caused by the arm ticket. We can't think of anything else. People are coming up with all of a sudden Mr. C's, cancers, like out of fucking nowhere. People are all of a sudden just waking up one morning, noticing a growth in their chest, a growth in their leg, like fucking almost overnight. And a lot of people saying this. It wasn't there yesterday, and then I saw it, and I felt around, and there it was. Some people are seeing this bump develop, and they're just letting it go. They're like, it's nothing. Like, I got a bump on my leg that I'm going to get checked out now because it's been on my leg for fucking 3 months. I fucking jumped in the train tracks to get something out. I jumped back on the platform, and I hit my shin. And the bump has been here ever since. So I'm going to get it checked out. I know at like a certain age, certain bumps don't go away. Agreed. Do No Farm, that's what the movie's about. Roger that. So then I will see that movie that you left us in a cliffhanger in the last Do No Farm. Listen, I wholeheartedly believe, guys, that the pharmaceutical company is out to destroy us. That being said, there's something that guys are taking. Guys my age and younger are taking something called TRT. TRT is like a testosterone replacement kind of deal, but it's not quite, right? Like, it's not true test, but it's a variation of a test replacement. And a lot of guys are taking this and they're saying they're feeling really great, but once you're on TRT, you're on it for life. And if you come off of it, you turn into a fucking baby back bitch. Not the point. Now, guys who have taken it, they explain all the ailments, and I'm like one of the ailments are feeling tired all the time, not having a sex drive, not waking up with a, bang in the morning, right? And like a chronic depression kind of deal. There was like a bunch of shit that they went down the road, and I'm like, none of those boxes checked for me. Thank God. Knock on wood. Because I'm like, yo, you guys are too young for this shit. So there's a lot to be said about your diet as well, and having a certain amount of fat that can also help with testosterone. Now, your endocrine, God, shit, your hormone levels are dictated by what you eat and the environment around you. We're going to talk about that on the Angry Pepper Fitness. But they say once your hormonal factory is damaged, you can never get that back, which again I think is bullshit. The human body's able to heal from everything. They used to say your teeth couldn't heal. Your teeth can heal. The Japanese just found out how to do it. As far as getting your hormones back in check, you can absolutely fix it, but there's a lot of things you have to do to fix it. And one of them is the internet. The internet supposedly damages your brain process or slows your brain thinking down over time. So I turn mine off at night. And granted, I'm probably surrounded with other internet. This building I live in is pretty sound, right? So this is concrete all around me. With the concrete, endocrinologist. Thank you, Patty C. Endocrine system. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm surrounded by blocks, right? I'm surrounded by this shit around me. And so it blocks a lot of the technology out. But if you are surrounded, for example, in a hotel, and for whatever reason you're sleeping in a hotel for a long period of time, it starts to damage a lot of things in the body, right? So you can reverse a lot of this process. They say that you can't, right? They say that you can't fix your endocrinological system. God, I can't pronounce it right. I'm always having a problem with it. Anyway, they said you can't fix it. You can fix it. But it takes a while to fix it. You're not going to fix it right away. You're not going to fix it in a couple months. It could take up to a year or two to fix it. People in the Amazon age want it now. Right now. So they want to be fixed now. They don't want to take the time. Now, I still have the energy and the, to fucking work out. I worked out yesterday. I felt fucking good. I didn't get to work out today. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to work out first thing in the morning. Right? Before I do my Angry Truths channel, I'm going to work out in the morning. Endo weed? Is that a thing? I don't want to know. But, yeah. A lot of that can be fixed. And a lot of that could probably be fixed with, like, herbal shit and stuff. The human body... There was a doctor that said this a long time ago. I'm not sure how long ago, but I know it was more than like 30, 40 years ago. He had stated that there's everything on this planet that is natural can heal the human body. Everything. It is why they're ripping the Amazon rainforest a new asshole as we speak. There were cures in the rainforest that could cure human ailments on this planet, and they want to save the world. They want to save the world from climate change, but they are tearing down the Amazon rainforest as we speak. The Amazon rainforest had so much, as this doctor puts it, cures for the human race in there that are now gone forever. Forever. And so now here we are trying to make up for where we can. Fasting definitely helps. Fasting helps with cancer, by the way. For a lot of the people that don't know. Like, how is that so? I've read in a few spots that it definitely can help with cancer by starving the cancer out. And a no sugar diet. So if you're gonna fast, no sugar diet, Mediterranean diet, you'll be fine. But don't take my word for it. Do a little research. Mr. T, I've watched Kingsman too. And it's exactly, you're right. The whole fucking brain control shit. It's exactly what they're doing. But they're doing it to a lot of people who are easily manipulated, I think. So we have to pay mind to that as well. I think some of the arm tickets that they're giving out with the metals found in them attach themselves to the brain and act as an MK Ultra. Again, that's my theory. No proof. So don't be like, yeah, that angry Negro on fucking, nope. It's my theory. So it's a rabbit hole theory. Excuse me. No more gas station diets. Nope. No more gas station diets. Sugar feeds to cancer. Absolutely. Turkey tail mushrooms? For what? Yes, the ground has many healing properties. Case in point, Grounding, right? Or some people call earthing as well, earthing or grounding, but it's called grounding, where you barefoot the planet, right? You barefoot on soil, ground, and it heals the body, and it's been proven to heal the body. But of course, when these tests are done, pharmaceutical companies quickly swoop in and either try to discredit those findings and or try to buy the findings from that person and tell them to never replicate the study ever again, because they laid in front of you $70,000, $1,000,000, whatever it is. They try to buy you, and they buy a lot of people, and then some people they can't buy, like Sherry Tenpenny, right? They can't buy her. She's standing strong. She will stand on the ground. I have both ivermectin and fenbendazole in my fridge. Very good. But in a couple minutes, we're going to end this because I am getting really fucking beat up right now. Talking all that shit about having energy, the energy just fucking stepped down on me. But I did good today. So that means I got to work out again tomorrow, and I feel good the following day. It's always the following day. Like tomorrow, I'm probably going to be sluggish. I'm going to get my workout in and move, and then carry on the next day. But working out makes you feel better. And if you don't, then you should go see a doctor, but an endocrinologist. Said that right. Right? Go see one of those and get your hormone levels tested, which I'm going to do. But they're trying to off us, and they're trying to do it in such a slow fashion that people are not recognizing it. Some people are. Some people are actually asking the question, what the hell is going on? What is going on that so many things are happening to people? People are losing their minds. People are developing diseases that haven't been seen in a long time. They're definitely doing it, and they're doing the long haul. They're playing the long game. Because if you play the long game, guys, the average person will not identify it. The average person will be like, what is going on here? Oh, man, so many people. But it's been going on for so many years. And they start seeing shit like that. Lisa, I've been taking Shroom Tech for some years now. I take Shroom Tech before I work out, actually. I forgot what I was saying. Shit, I just saw something out of the window, which was a helicopter, not a flying body. Because if there's a flying body out my window, we're in fucking trouble. But, forgot what I was fucking saying. Shit. It was in regards to them wiping us out. There it is. Helicopter. Them wiping us out. They're definitely, Patty C, thank you for the donation. They're definitely, guys, doing the long game. That's what it was. They're playing the long game, because if you play the long game with the average person, they won't see it. They think that it becomes the norm. They're trying to make all of this shit normal. They're trying to tell you that this person was fighting cancer for years. Meanwhile, it was only weeks. The last two people that passed away from cancer that were famous, they said that they said short battle. That's what they're trying to normalize, short battle. Oh, this person had a short battle with Mr. C. Oh, it didn't last that long for them. Of course it didn't. It came out of nowhere, and then they found out they fucking had it. You know, and now they're gone. Connection's drawing you. Huh. Time for bed. Yeah, man, it's old time. Like I said, right, two things. I see a person floating outside. Either I'm delusional or there's a vampire out my fucking window. The only two things that could be floating outside my fucking window. You know? Imagine you look outside, you're on the 21st floor, you look outside, like, holy shit, what are you doing out there? Not like, what is that? What are you doing outside my window? That would be my response. What are you doing on my window? And it starts floating outside going, invite me in. Fucking no. That's a fucking easy one. Nope. I fight sleep like mad, like a mad woman. Oh, I fight sleep in the worst ways, though. Like, I'm tired, guys. I'm going to go to bed. Good night. And then fucking, I'm up 3 hours later playing Call of Duty or watching some fucking bullshit movie. Ratpocalypse 2. More rattery. You know, like, I'll be sitting there watching that shit instead. Fucking comatosing. It's fucking bad, man. That's the kind of, I'm like, I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to do the right thing. The other night, I went to bed pretty early. I got a solid 8 hours. I haven't got a solid 8 hours in 3 months. and then right back to it, right back to staying up and walking around and shit like that. Whatever. This is your third live in a row. Oh yes, KK. This is my third live in a row. Yeah, you're right. And yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep now, right now. Just knock out. Well, I'm not even gonna press finish. I'm just gonna knock out, so people can watch me sleep. You believe that there are people that do that shit? They live stream themselves sleeping, and they leave their speakers up. I have my sleep shorts on now, Johnny 308, and they have people watch them sleep, and they pay the person, and then whoever's watching them allows people to make noise on the live stream. So they try to they blast horns, trumpets, whatever it is, foghorns, to see if they can wake them up. It's pretty impressive. This guy makes a lot of money doing that, watching people watching him sleep. Some people will just live stream and just watch him sleep. Another friend, you're not blocked. I can see you on here. Why would you be blocked? Yes, the movie The Lost Boys. The only person that'd be floating on my window that'd be like, hey, let me in, would be my brother. And I'd be like, no, go back to mom. You know, get out of here. Yeah, another friend, we see you. No, I'm not 50. I'm almost 50. I'm 47. Yeah. I'm 47. I got like 1 foot in the grave. Or toe. However you look at it. But yeah, I was on Doomsday Prepper fucking being an asshole. The Angry Sleeper. I could do that. Start that channel where people watch me sleep. That's fucking bizarre, watching somebody else sleep. That's fucking creepy. You know, like watching a chick sleep. You know, it depends on the chick you're with. If it's your girlfriend or some shit, you know, I don't know why you watch your girlfriend sleep. I never looked at anybody and go, man, look at that. Like your kids, you watch your kids sleep. That's cute. But watching like a grown person sleep, fucking weird. You know? I love them so much. Let me watch them sleep. One Shot One Kid said, you're a kid. I'm 47. I don't feel like a kid. I feel like everything fucking hurts. I get up in the morning and I feel like a fucking old man. I'm like, my knees don't work. My hips are shot. I got to put a fucking knee brace on. I'm hobbling around for the first fucking hour. And then everything starts to get fucking in motion. Then I can work out. But then I try to work out and I do these fucking lunges. And as I get into the lunge, I get into the low position and I'm stuck. I'm like, fuck, what am I going to do? Do I call 911? Do I hit my fucking life alert and fucking scream, I fall and can't get up? I don't know what to fucking do. Because at 47, I might as well be that lady in a fucking commercial laying on the fucking floor. But, you know, people like, you're young. I'm not fucking young. You know, when I get out of the rig now, I'm climbing in and out of the rig like an old fucking man instead of jumping out like I used to, fucking flying up the aerial. I can't do that shit anymore. I gotta take each rung one at a time now because I'm afraid my foot's gonna go through the rung. I'm gonna hit my nuts and the world's gonna fucking see me on TV smashing my nuts because my old fucking knees didn't clear the rung well. So it's shit like that when people are like, you're young, the fuck I am. The fuck I am. I should get a life alert. I live alone. I should get a life alert. Because if I fall, who's going to help me? Me laying on the floor fucking for days? No, thank you. No, thank you. 47 is not young. And it's funny. I'm in 10 years or 20 years, I'm like, yo, you're a young buck. Maybe, maybe not. But, yeah, fuck that, man. Mold. Laying on the fucking floor. You know what's even worse laying on the floor? Is laying on the floor naked because you tripped and fell. Like, you get, like, people, we've had people happen before. They come out of the shower, they trip and fall, and they're stark naked. Titties and shit laying all over the floor. Cock and balls just fucking in the breeze. You're like, and then you got to pick them up. That's the worst part about it. Then you're like, shit, man. You wrap them in the sheet like a taco and shit, or like a mummy, like real tight. You wrap them in the sheet and then you lift them up. Because you don't want cock and balls all over you or fucking old titties, I mean, smacking you in your face and shit. You got to wrap them up so that they don't, and then they don't move, you know? That's how we fucking handle a lot of this shit. But yo, falling naked, that's got to hurt. It hasn't happened to me, but it's got to hurt, man. Holy shit. Fucking hitting the floor, and you know, if you're a lady and you got your top heavy and your tits bing right on the floor, that's got to fucking hurt. Right? I mean, I don't know. I don't want to fall naked. I really don't. But I don't know if falling with your shorts on is just the same. Who the fuck knows, man? But it's definitely one of those things, man, you don't want to do. Like watching Eastern Promises with Viggo Mortensen. when that scene where they had that nude fight. Who wants to fight naked? I'm out on that shit. Guy comes out and wants to fight me. We're in a shower or some shit, or for whatever reason I'm naked because I'm in a bath shower, and he wants to get in a fight. We're not doing this shit. We're not fighting naked. This shit ain't happening. Because you get kicked in the nuts. That's like a full-on contact sport. That fucking hurts. I live alone. Yeah, I don't live at home anymore. I live here. That's why I need a life alert. Because if I fall on the floor naked because I slipped on the fucking water that I put on the floor by accident when I was running to get my towel because I left it in the fucking other room, I dripped all over the floor. As I come back, slip, towel fucking flies 15 feet behind me. I fall, break a hip. Now I'm laying there on the floor hoping someone checks up on me, but they can't. But my life alert's going to save me. Because I hit the life alert, and then they ask me what's going on, and I start screaming like a fucking 85-year-old bitch from the other room because my life alert machine's in the fucking other room. I'm laying on the fucking floor, naked, wet, waiting for someone to come and get me. And the fire department has to break my door down. Because that's what happens when you fall naked. The fire department breaks your door down, and they look at you naked on the floor and laugh in their heads. You know, like, oh, look at that. The fucking 47-year-old man broke his hip because he slipped on water. Yeah, man, it's not fun. I'm telling you, I've seen people pass away in the worst fucking ways, like, and almost comical, you know, like almost comical way. And listen, I know, like, you know, people dying is not funny, but like the one guy, it wasn't funny, it was sad. But in my head, I'm thinking to myself, man, I would never in a million years want to be caught like this. So this guy passes away. This is almost 25 years ago, right? Was it 25? Almost 25 years ago, maybe 24. But he passed away. He had a heart attack, apparently, right? Because he was in lady lingerie. He was a regular dude. Had a picture in like khakis and shit with people he worked with, you know, like chilling and shit. But when we found him, he was on the couch, dead. He was painting his toenails. He had on women lingerie. And all I could think was like, fuck, man. Like whoever knew this guy didn't know that he was dressing in ladies' lingerie. He was all like, he was laying back like this. He had the thing for the nails, that thing, in his hands. He was just like, I was like, holy shit, that is one way to go. No one ever knew that he liked wearing fucking women's underwear. But there he was, wearing his women's underwear. I was like, that was fucking bad, man. Or the other one. This one is bad. So a guy built a device in his closet. The closet was deeper. So it's a deeper closet. He had some contraption. He had a contraption in there where he was pleasuring himself. So when I say a guy pleasuring himself on a pipe, put two and two together. So anyway, this is a contraption he had built in his closet. It was hidden away. And EMS comes because they smell the body. Where the fuck is this guy? They look all over the place. They can't find him. But they know there's a body in the apartment. So they're looking all over the place. So of course they look in the closet. One of the last places they thought they would find this guy. He impaled himself on the pipe because he was pleasuring himself. Yo, some people die in some fucked up ways, man. You're just like, and like finding that when my partner was one on that, told me about that story, I was like, what was your reaction? They said, first of all, you open the closet, you get spooked. Because that's the last thing you want to see is a body impaled on some shit because they were trying to pleasure themselves. So then you jump back. Then you start screaming like a fucking bitch because you're like, what the fuck is that? Why? You know? You're like, why would a guy do that? You know? And, no, Brian. No, it was some fucking Dark Ages Night of the fucking Round Table crude machine that he put together. Like, it was just like a bar system. The way he made it sound like he was holding onto the bar, and then, you know, the pipe was behind him, and he was riding the pipe, and he slipped and impaled himself. Yeah, man. Fucked up shit in the city. Fucked up shit. You know, you see some wild shit, man. You know, like the guy, I was thinking about this guy the other day, because we were talking about crush injuries, and this one guy was cleaning out a cement mixer, big machine, and he fell in. He was cleaning it while it was on, and he fell in and fucking and got crunched in there. Guy was all fucked up. You were like, oh shit. I thought he was winking at me at some point. I thought he was like, get me out of here. Like, I thought that's what he was saying. Then maybe that was his nervous system firing off. But yeah, man, it was bad. I was just like, dude. You had to cut the hydraulic line to release the fucking the roller and then roll it back and pull him out. But again, a lot of fucked up shit. Listen, there's ways you want to die, and a lot of guys, we want to die like heroes, like we see in the movies. That's how I want to die, right? Instead, if you got some fucked up shit going on and you die like, you like wearing women's underwears, or even worse, you're playing with a toy and you're like, impaling yourself with that toy, and then you have a heart attack because you get really excited. You're like, oh my God, and you get so excited, your heart explodes, and then you got a dildo in your ass when they come and find you. Not good. Not good. Some things you do want to keep a very, very distant thing away from you. But, autoerotic asphyxiation proper. Yeah, some of the shit that we see, man. The gerbil in the behind, in the ass. Another one, down in not Bellevue. What was the hospital down there? Fuck, not Lenox Hill. There was a couple hospitals in the gay community. They used to deal with gerbil in the ass thing. It was a real thing. Grotesque, the shit you see here in this. I mean, like, as far as horror goes, there's a lot of horrible shit that goes on as well. Shit that the news... There are crimes that are so bad, the media can't even report it. That's how bad it is. And I've heard that one time before. They've run into stories where it was so bad, they didn't even know where to start with it. They left it alone. Because how do you report this? Don't die in your sins. Yeah, man, that's a thing. Don't die in your sins, man. Don't die with a dildo in your ass. That's just that should be an ironclad rule for all men. Women, whatever. You guys can die with 8 dildos and no one gives a fuck. A guy, no dice. Because then your buddies find you. What if your buddies they're like, oh my God, Derek, you're not answering the door. You haven't answered the door in 8 days, and they kick the door in and they run in. Oh my God, Derek, and you got a fucking dildo hanging on your ass. How do you explain that to your friends? You can't, because you're dead, right? You're not here anymore. You can't defend yourself. There is actually no defending that. Now everybody looks at Derek in a different way. My God, Derek like dildos in his ass. That is how you're going to be remembered when you die. Dildo ass Derek. It's a bad way to go, man. Bad way to, and your obituary, dildo ass Derek. They're going to put it on your fucking tombstone, dildo ass Derek. You're going to be forever known as dildo ass Derek. It's bad. It is bad. Fucking, that's the only thing that you're going to be remembered for. The whole mindset's going to change. Derek was a stand-up dude until we found that. Right? But a chick, she could have fucking 8 dildos and no one cares. Because they're like, she went out the way she should have. That's what they'll say about a woman. She went out exactly how she wanted it, in orgasm. A guy, dildo Derek. Sorry, dildo Derek. The obituary. That's some way to fucking go, man. Having a heart attack, doing some shit you weren't supposed to do. Holy shit. Too many insane people all on the streets. Oh, the insanity on the streets is a different story. That's an entirely different story. Is a prostate cancer worse than a prostate massager? I don't know. Dildo asked Derek. Dad. Nice, Carbon Q. She goes, Dad. Derek died doing what he loved. Yeah, I guess. It's one way of putting it. Doing what he loved. Like falling out of a plane. He died doing what he loved. Spelunking. He died doing what he loved. Dying with a dildo. That's just embarrassing. There's like a couple embarrassing ways to die. That's one of them. You climax to a point where you had a heart attack and your heart gave out on you. And you couldn't even as you're dying from a heart attack, you think that the guy would grab the dildo and fling it across the room so he doesn't get caught with it in him. Like as you're dying of a heart attack, you're like, oh shit. And then you grab the dildo and fling it across the room so at the very least it's not in you. That don't happen. Because what happens when you're having a heart attack, for a lot of people, they can't believe they're having a heart attack and they delay treatment. But if you recognize the signs of a heart attack, hop to it, man. Rip the dildo out and fucking call 911. You will save yourself a lot of fucking trouble. But a lot of people don't. A lot of people can't believe they're having a heart attack. Like, oh shit, and then they start tensing up, and then that's it. Dildo Derek is your name. Anyway, enough of Dildo Derek and his fucking adventures. I gotta go off the air now. But I will be on tomorrow morning at what do you think about TRT? Truthful Troll, TRT, I wouldn't try it. Get your levels checked first and try to give yourself 6 months to a year to raise your testosterone before you turn to TRT. Because once you're on TRT, you're on it for life. Right? Moral of the story, don't be a sick perv. That too. Listen, whatever you want to do behind closed doors, that's up to you. Do what you're going to do. Just don't die doing it and getting caught and changing everybody's perception of who you are. You know? Like, if you die with a dildo in your mouth, that's bad too. How did that happen? We found him with a dildo in his mouth. How did that... You're going to be like, how the fuck did he... Why didn't he just push it out with his tongue before he completely... We don't know, but it was in his mouth too. That is not a way to go, man. That's not a way to go. I'm telling you, there's some sad ways to go. That ain't it, man. Holy shit, a dildo in your mouth and your ass? What the fuck, man? Sorry, but I said people have gone in some fucked up ways. I mean, you know, shaking a soda machine. That's a fucked up way to go. I'm like, yo, like you shaking the soda machine because you want your soda and then the machine lands on you? Oh my God, Samantha's underneath the soda machine because she was shaking the machine for free soda and it landed on her. That shit's happened too. Listen, a lot of fucked up shit, man. A lot of fucked up shit. Anyway, that being said, I'm going to go off the air now. I am really tired. Choked on his tongue maybe. I don't know. I don't want to know. Don't care. But other than that, guys, thank you for joining me. I will see some of you guys tomorrow morning. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the donations. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning and the rest of you guys Thursday for the doubleheader.